Green Bay Day to Day. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, Beefy Bitch. We're coming at you at a Monday night, watching the Ravens and the Saints here. And yeah, I figured I'd just give my thoughts on the week. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the Ravens are going to win. Not that I'm, cluing out on the Saints when they just got out of a shutout against the Raiders, but I don't know. I've always felt like the Raiders are kind of that franchise that's like, they find ways to lose, Now, in this case, obviously, it wasn't, again, they got shut out. Like, it wasn't close. But, let's just talk about the week. I guess we'll start off by answering... Jeff. Okay, Jeff. Tear it all down. Listen, it's bad. All right? Yes, the Packers are that bad. Fuck it, we'll talk about... Kenyon Drake? How far out was it? I think it was like a yard and a half out. He didn't even get fucking... I don't understand. Dude, that is so confusing to me. Why? Like, you have... technically the defense on the goals, and I know that it's like... You're trying to trivialize it a little bit too much, maybe. If you're me. But it's like, I'm watching the game, and I'm seeing these guys, and they can't get their offensive linemen in, you know what I mean? They're not allowed to carry the ball, technically. So in theory, you should have, in technicality, right, again, 11-6. Now, obviously, you have to play against the offensive lineman, but you would think, can't you just, count off and be like, just fucking hit that guy, in theory, at some point, as long as it's not a fucking pass play. But, I don't know, call me crazy. But, good run by Kenyon Drake, fucking just slip right through. So 14-0 Ravens. So, but listen, the Green Bay Packers, they're a bad football team. They're looking closer and closer to the worst football team in the NFL. They keep on losing these get-right games, and though it's close, it's not. I can't blame the defense. People are saying, oh man, that defense really got to come through for you guys. It's like, bro, there was a time when it was like, oh good, they held him to 33. My guys got this. So I can't blame the defense. They're holding them to the fucking teens, low 20s. That's fucking even high 20s. There was an Aaron Rodgers not that long ago that it was like, fuck, I would kill for a high 20s defensive performance, So, the Packers allowed all of 15 points. You can't shit on the defense. There was 3 terrible throws by Aaron Rodgers. That went the other way, right? That wasn't, he had plenty of other awful throws that are just like, bro, who are you throwing to? Including this would have won the game. But there must have been a miscommunication. There is no fucking way, here in my humble opinion, that could have been anything besides a miscommunication. Aaron Rodgers basically throws to nowhere to lose the game. I don't know. So, what are the problems? The run defense is bad. Special teams is, at least punt return is like a mistake out loud. It's bad out loud. That's how shitty the punt return team is. It's like, it's that fucking bad. Like, that fucking bad. Offensively, what's a good thing? I feel like Aaron Jones is very good, but he was off with a boot. Rashad Gary was off with a fucking boot. Or is it, plenty of players were off with a fucking boot. The offensive line is fine, I think. I think they're actually solid. It really does, anything that involves passing is like, oh boy, why in the fuck? This is sad bad, dude. It's not worth it. I'm sure you know by now, but Lil Wayne, fucking was like, should have traded 12. It's like, I imagine it's coming from a place of anguish more than that he doesn't believe in him. But dude, I totally feel where he's coming from. It's like, I keep being like, there is no fucking possible way Jordan Love is a better option right now, even with Aaron Rodgers playing like ass. But fuck, how much worse can it get? You continue to lose games. If nothing else, I mean, just to shake shit up. I mean, honestly, well, we stuck with our guy, but we ended up being 3-14. Things don't get easier in no particular order. Dallas, Philadelphia, Minnesota, the only 10 I see. Shit, that might be in the actual order. At any rate, the point is that it's about to get a hell of a lot worse. We are staring down the mouth of 3-10. And then what do? You're not vying for the playoffs. You're not in contention anymore. You want to fucking get Aaron Rodgers hurt? Last 4 weeks of the season. Why even fucking try? Just fucking tank at that point. I'm not saying that we will be 3-10. As a matter of fact, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. The odds suggest we might, but no, I'm not saying it. Because it's not going to fucking happen. Not with this team. It doesn't matter how good the goddamn defense plays. There is nothing going for our offense. And so what do you say, honestly, right? With the amount of penalties that we continue to accrue, right? Those miscues. Just being off target, it seems like, at like the best of times. And in certain circumstances, it's like, he ain't even, like at the best of cases, it's like, oh, there was a miscue by the receiver or something. They ran the wrong route. But like sometimes it's just Aaron Rodgers misses. So would you say, is it the play calling? Yes. Is it the quarterback play? Yes. Are the receivers not good? Yes. Is it the coaching? Yes. Like, I think all that stuff is part and parcel, making up for one of the worst teams in the league, because it wouldn't surprise me. I said a few weeks ago that when you start pointing fingers, it's usually a bad sign for like that fucking goes down, but it can galvanize you. It doesn't look like that's happened. Like instead of people saying like, yeah, it's kind of dumb to launch it at 3rd and 2, especially when you haven't been able to do that lately. But we still do it, like week in and week out. It's a fucking quick 3 and out, and then, well, great, now our defense is fucking exhausted, which is what people talk about all the time. They keep on saying, like, I keep on hearing pundits being like, yeah, and the defense ain't playing. Well, no fucking shit, they ain't playing well. I mean, in theory, right? But then you think, like, oh, out of fucking 16 possessions, they only scored 4 times. It's like, that's not a fucking bad performance, fellas. Where'd you get your idea that it's fucking, like, a quarter of the time they actually get points? It's like, makes the defense bad. I don't know. And so what would I do to fix it, Jeff? There's no fix, man. There ain't no fix. It's all still part of it. Like, they get punched in the mouth and they just fucking say, clearly somebody imbued the mentality of like, hey guys, it's a long season. We'll get them next week. That's not how the NFL has ever worked. You better play for that win, because it might be your last. We could very well be 3-14, because at 3-10, which is what we might be here in the next 4 contests, I mean, why in the fuck even suit your guys? Why even fucking try to win? You might as well tank. You might as well try to get a fucking, just guarantee Aaron Rodgers. Yes, we will get fucking, the first 4 picks of our draft. We'll get 4 receivers, Just go fucking all in on, like, getting some receiver talent. Because I do think that Dobbs and Watson have some, are just some development away from being able to contribute, being able to play. But, I mean, I don't know. It's all part of it, right? All right, let's, I don't know. Well, you know what? Hey, got to watch the Titans and the Chiefs last night. And boy, howdy. I know a couple of Chiefs fans, and of course, Nick Wright. I don't know him, but, it's just one of those, like, Twitter is always like, look at what Nick Wright said about the Chiefs, And it's like, dude, how do you wear a crown like that? He did it last year, too, when the Giants barely lost. It was a field goal, and they had possession. They could have fucking totally forced overtime. They were only down 3. And so, of course, when they won by a field goal against the Giants last year, whom need I remind you, were very bad. course, Nick Wright came on the TV and was like, hey, man, look at it. People are mad because we're doing it with our defense. Like, allowing Daniel Jones to score 27 points, at least last year, because they were without Saquon Barkley. He got hurt again. That's not... How are you wearing a crown? How are you fucking doing a victory lap there? They were favored by like 13 and a half or 12 and a half or something like that. Almost two fucking full positions. Well, not two full possessions, but you get the idea. Almost 2 fucking touchdowns. And he's like, see, Patrick Mahomes just got it. Then I'm like, yeah, for all of 20? And I mean, hey, man, look, that Titans defense is sure fucking played for real, I mean, they got their fucking teeth creamed by fucking Josh Allen's Bills. But, I mean, last fucking night, oh, boy, they were fucking... sorry. They were playing goddamn well. So, I mean, it's an all right game, right? And I mean, it's fucking crazy to like, to just come away being like, look at what we can do. It's like, bro, if they suit an actual quarterback that game, you fucking lose. You just do, to get all these like huge marquee contests at home. It's a big fucking deal, man. And so and again, I'm not mad, right? Obviously, it's not fair to come out and be like, man, fucking, congratulations to the Chiefs, but it's like, I don't know, that would not inspire confidence in me. In the same way that if the Packers had actually won yesterday, I wouldn't be like, hey, fucking whatever it takes to win, man. We're not going to apologize. No, I'd be like, you need to apologize for losing, for winning, because that's fucking insane. So, I don't know. Rodgers does look like he's taken a little bit more of the blame, but I mean, it might be a little too late, man. Like, well, I mean, what are we talking about when we even say that? Like, I guess he's not just throwing it on the receivers or trying to cut reps or whatever. It's, he's fucking he's kind of taking it on his own fucking shoulders, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not even trying to fucking say, man. It's just a bad year. There might not be a good one in sight. Like I've been saying in the preseason. And really as soon as the Packers got beat in the divisional round last year, it's part and parcel. Everything that we're talking about is just like Aaron Rodgers might not return. That might not be a bad thing. But I mean, how would you say that you could salvage? Like, it would have to take like an otherworldly amount of like, what in the fuck happened that made you suddenly decide that you were a good quarterback again? Like, because, none of those guys are slouches coming up. It's the hardest fucking, from what I can tell anyway, it's the hardest schedule, for the next 4 weeks. I think most people would go with me on that. So, I don't know. Hope your team wins. Good luck out there, fellas. Stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. You can always follow me at GB_D2D on Twitter. If things are happening like Elon Musk suggests they're going to happen, I want to do that sooner than later. Or you can email me at gb-d2d@outlook.com. Love ya. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.